Hello world, my name is Mia Dirks and welcome to Smile You're on Camera. I'm so glad to see you here joining us on this Sunday night. My name is Mia Dirks, like I said. I'm currently a junior studying broadcasting at SUNY Oswego. And for the past few semesters, I've been working behind the scenes at WTOP. But this semester, I wanted to come out in front of the camera and try out something new, so that's why I'm here on your screens tonight. Now, when I was first when I was first researching how to start the show and what I was thinking about the concept for the show, I was thinking about how our daily routines affect our lives and how each person has their own routines that really make them who they are. Yeah. Sorry guys, technical difficulties. So this semester I wanted to challenge myself and come out here in front of the camera. So here I am on your screens tonight. When I was planning what my show would be about, I knew I wanted to take a different approach to getting to know the students and friends around me. To do that, I started thinking about how we each have our own unique routines, habits, and involvements that make us who we are. It could be going to your morning workout, or dreading that one 8 a.m., or how you spend your free time outside of classes. We all spend our days a little differently, and I wanted to highlight those routines here on our show. So over the course of the next few weeks and months, I'm going to give you an inside look at the lives of some of the people I've met so far here at school, and some people I've yet to meet as well. Let's learn about how these small moments or routines help to shape us and make us the people we've become today. I'm getting all the cliche stuff out of the way now so we could be real for the episode, but now you know. So I do have a special mystery guest with me here tonight. You may have seen her appear in our intro earlier if you were paying attention, but we'll be talking with her in just a little bit. For now, I wanted to put my own recording skills to the test, and so I created my own video to show you all. I had a pretty busy day last week and wanted to put my own routine through this process before we start learning about our guests. I don't want to spoil too much, so without further ado, here's an inside look at a typical day in my life. Today's Saturday, and we got a pretty busy day going on today. I'm about to head over to Tyler for some rehearsals for a string quartet group I'm a part of. We're going to be recording some pieces today, so I'll try and get some shots of that. We got the hockey game tonight, which I'm really excited for. I went to one last night, and this one should be exciting too. But yeah, it's just another busy Saturday, so let's bring you along and see what happens. Quick update. I just got back from Tyler. We finished recording one of the Mozart pieces. I've never been in the studios before, so it was pretty cool to see like all the big monitors and all the fancy microphones. Yeah, everyone played really nicely and I think it went well, so we have a few more pieces to record. It was a good start to the day. It's around 3 o'clock now, so I think while I have some time before the game tonight, I'm going to try and work on some graphics for the shows. So I'm gonna take you guys along and you can get just a quick look into how I usually do my work and how the creative services team does their work in preparations for production season, and yeah, let's go get started. So update, it's currently around 4:30 now. I did a bunch of stuff. I finished something for the Sports Talk crew, and I made another logo. Yeah, I think I just might do one more tiny little thing and then go grab some dinner before the game. But made some good progress today, so I'm happy about it. About to head out to the hockey game. I'm really excited. I don't even know what team we're playing tonight, but it's okay. Going with a few of my friends, and yeah, it should be a good night. I'll try and get some clips of the game and hopefully we win. Hey everyone, so I just got back from the game. It was a really exciting game. We won 9-0 against Fredonia, 9-0. That's gonna be a long ride home. But yeah, the crowd was insane. The game was pretty cool, and yeah, it was a good way to end the season off before the playoffs. I think with everything that happened today, it's been a pretty good day. Productive day, did some work. Did some relaxing, I guess, while I'm on the weekend. I think I might try and do finish a little bit more work before I go to sleep. And then, yeah, thanks for coming along for a day of my life. Bye. All right, hello again. So now you know a little bit more about me before we start to learn about our guests next. After the break, we'll meet our first guest, Sam, and get a better look at some things she's involved with. Stick around to find more.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back, everyone. Now we're going to move on to what you've all been waiting for. Let's meet our first guest, Sam Whitman. Everyone, this is Sam.
Hello.
Sam, meet everyone. I met Sam last semester in one of our design classes, and we've been working closer together in another class this semester. She's extremely talented with animation, and I'm glad to have another creative person to problem solve with. We'll learn a lot more about Sam very soon, but I want to properly introduce her now. Sam, can you give a quick intro of who you are and what you do here?
Yeah, hi, I'm Samantha Whitman, call me Sam. I am a junior here at SUNY Oswego under the interaction design major, which is like digital media art stuff. And I mostly work in, I'm working in VR right now and stuff like just animation and things like that.
Wow, yeah, thank you for introducing yourself to us. We're all going to learn a lot more about Sam over the course of the show. But to start off first, let's just take a look at a day in Sam's life.
Good morning, Crusty Crew. Today I'll be taking you through my day, and I just woke up. I'm heading to breakfast at Cooper, and then after that I'll be heading into VR for the VR class that we have here on campus. I'm the TA for it, so I kind of help the kids out and instruct them and support them with the lessons they're learning. After that, I've got like half an hour for lunch, and then I have 2 more classes that run until 9. So very busy day today, and you'll get to see quite a bit of it. So yeah, join me along. So I just got done with the VR, got half an hour break, got lunch, and then I just went through coding, and I have an hour until my last class. I'm gonna get a coffee, and then I'm gonna do whatever I want until then. So yeah, I shouldn't, oops, oh well, I cursed.
All right, so Sam, when I was editing this video, I thought it was really cool to learn more about your creative code class. Before the semester, I really had no idea we even offered a class like that.
Yeah.
As you could see here, you're working on a project there with a bunch of the different colors and things like that. Can you explain a little bit more about what you're working on there?
Yeah, so the creative code class is run by Kara Thompson here at SUNY Oswego. She's fantastic. And the experiment we were working on is with loops and functions. So I created a simple function that set some squares and circles up on a grid. And when I press specific keys on the keyboard, it would change the color and like the kind of like the variation of them when they'd pop up and stuff.
Yeah, that seems like a really interesting mix of science and computers and art, and it was like
yeah,
I never knew.
It is interesting taking colors and shapes and stuff that I'm very familiar with into coding, which I am not familiar with at all. So it's certainly interesting. And
yeah, it's always a learning process, I
yeah,
guess.
oh my God, absolutely. It is not the easiest class to take, let me tell you.
And you had also mentioned having a VR class as well. Can you talk a little bit more about some of the projects you've been working on, or a favorite project you might have had?
Yeah, I am actually the TA for the VR class. I took the class for the first time last spring. Kara Thompson also runs that. She's everywhere. So basically what we do is we hop into this class called, this game called Gravity Sketch, where we go in and we mess with, it's kind of like 3D modeling, but in VR. And it's really cool. So I get to make shapes. I just make a lot of characters in there because I like shape building and messing with stuff like that. And I have a really good time with just making characters and all that. So that's mostly been our explorations, and I've kind of made it into my own thing with that. But my favorite project has been last year we had to make a whole environment, and I created this huge forest scene with like a skeleton dragon, and I thought that was pretty cool.
How'd you even come up with that?
I just went for it. There's like the mirror tool, so I was able to make a really cool rib cage, and it just went from there. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, you seem to be taking some really interesting classes. I know we share one of our own design classes as well, but just learning a little bit more about those VR classes in Creative Code, it's like a whole new world of art for me. So I really enjoyed learning about that. We have a lot more to cover about Sam and her experiences with design. So when we come back, we're going to take a closer look at how Sam built one of her favorite projects. Stick around to find out more.
I love you!
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Nope. I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive.
Hello and welcome back to Smile You're on Camera. Thank you for sticking around. Since we watched Sam's vlog earlier, I wanted to take a closer look at some of her past work, especially in animation and character design. Like I said earlier, I knew Sam from our shared design class, and I've seen some of her work before, and it's just amazing how she takes stuff from just a blank page to a finished animation. So she actually brought in a video for us to see more about how she builds her work from scratch. So if we can, let's take a look at that now.
So this is a character named Pursuit. She's my baby. I've been drawing her since 2018, and what that short GIF you guys just saw was it was just kind of like a short, I guess, video game style, like get ready to fight transition animation, yeah. And so what I'm doing here is I had drawn that keyframe pose, and I decided, hey, let's make it move. So I made it move. What I'm doing here is creating motion, adding depth to her hair, moving her arm around, and as the GIF goes on, you'll be able to see just the time lapse of me drawing each frame. And yeah, it's traditional frame by frame. I think this was in 12 frames per second. And yeah, it took like maybe 5 hours to do.
Wow. Yeah. You said this character's name was Pursuit, right?
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, how do you come up with your characters? Is it inspired from real life people, or is it kind of more from your imagination?
Oh gosh. Pursuit came from, I was actually on a trip in Montana, and Pursuit, I had bought, we were hiking, and there was a notebook at a store. We had just gotten out of a cave, and I bought a notebook, and it was called For the Pursuit of Happiness, or In the Pursuit of Happiness, and there was like this postcard at the end, and it was really cute, and so I made, I was just drawing one night, and I doodled a little demon girl. She was a lot darker and a lot more moody than this one, but I ended up calling her Pursuit, and then it kind of stuck. She really became a comfort character for me over the course of summer, and especially during COVID. Yeah. So I'm very happy that she's decided to stick around for as long as she has.
Yeah, it's a really like eye-catching name, or like attention-grabbing name, I think.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And also, how did you get into animation? I know you've talked about doing it for a while, but how did you originally start getting interested in it?
I've been animating for, I want to say 5 years at this point, and I started in actually this program called Fire Alpaca. In like 2018-19, I started dabbling in stuff, and it was really choppy, really slow. You can just make still images and convert them on in a website offshoot. But it was a lot of fun. There was this character I had named Andrea, and I had her swing a sword around, and I thought that was cool. I never really properly studied the fundamentals, but that's something I'm working on now, especially within the class we have together, multimedia. And yeah.
One thing I wanted to point out too, you said this piece took you 5 hours, but
Yeah.
I know from our projects in class, it can take a lot longer than that. So how long does your work usually take you, or like what's the longest project you've been working on, I guess?
I'm actually pretty fast, at least in comparison, that's what people have said. But my longest project has took me about a month and a half. It was the final project I made for last semester class we had. It was 33 seconds, and it was a lot of work, but I was really happy with how it came out. One of my longest like regular drawings, I want to say 12 hours. But that was more of a, I was studying like depth and form and paint, more of a painterly style with it. But yeah.
Yeah, I know we both know that it's a very
it's a very long
time-consuming process, but
it's certainly interesting.
It's definitely worth it to see it all come together.
Oh,
in the
absolutely,
end,
absolutely.
It's a rewarding process.
Yeah, despite
just like all your blood, sweat, and tears coming together, right?
Yeah, despite the pain and turmoil of getting it all done and working for it and pushing in the late night hours and everything, it really is just like seeing it at the end, like the fruit of your labor is, personally, it's what gets the adrenaline going, and it's what keeps me going and everything. So it makes me really happy. That's the only reason why I keep doing it.
Yeah. You said you were an interaction design major.
Yeah.
So in terms of your future path in life, whether it be a career or just for fun, where do you see this kind of work and skills like being integrated into your life?
That's a good question. I really want to get into the animation industry. I would love to work with cartoons or in movies, television, any really kind of media. I'd also really enjoy working in the gaming industry, doing concept work or asset work. Character design is my passion. Pursuit in her whole story is an ongoing kind of just character design exploration project I pretty much have going on. So I'd like to work on something bigger than myself. I'd like to work on something that I know will make people happy, or at least feel something, and something that'll stick with people, because at the end of the day, that's just what I want to do. I just want to make people happy with my work, so we'll see if I can get there or not. Yeah.
That's so nice. It's good to have that sort of like passion and purpose and that end goal, like
Yeah.
I want to achieve something like that. I think we can all relate to that in some way. But now that we're college students right here, we talked about your classes earlier. What's been your favorite class, or a class that you're looking forward to in the future that's on your major track? Anything come to mind?
My favorite class was the multimedia, just with Casal last year. Fantastic professor. He let me take what I knew and let me learn something new with it, which is why I got to animate that little short kind of project thing. And he really lets me take what I'm good at and just work with it. And that's something I really need. I really like having.
Yeah. I wish we could have brought that video here today. I remember sitting in class and just being like,
oh my gosh.
Wow. Wow. It was.
I could use some work, but it's pretty all right. I'll take it.
No,
Take the W.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Well, thank you, Sam, for stopping by and giving us an inside look into your life in art. I really enjoyed learning more about you and the things that you've been doing here on campus. I hope you all at home were able to learn more as well about someone involved in our artistic area here at SUNY Oswego. After the break, we'll talk about how you can be featured on this show in future episodes. Curious? Stick around to find out more.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Major Discussions is the new show that explores the stories of students right here on campus. I personally came here to SUNY Oswego for the broadcasting program because I love to hear people's stories and to do work just like this.
What's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. The pressure's too much. I quit. I get it. I can do better. Just please don't leave.
Don't let your heart quit on you. Get your uncontrolled high blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Nice to see you here joining us again. Before the break, I mentioned a way for you to be featured on this show in future episodes. Don't worry, if you're camera shy, it's no problem, but you might have the chance to be featured on our show in the next couple weeks or so. So starting next episode, we'll be introducing another segment called Snapshots. Mysterious, right? This is a chance to showcase an interesting moment in your life, whether it be a new Starbucks drink you tried, or just the weather outside driving you crazy, or just a random place you recently discovered. We here on the show, my guests and I, every week want to see what's going on in your lives, because I think that really helps to show us how people go about their days so differently, you know? So using the email address below, if we can put that on screen right now, smilewtop10@gmail.com, you can submit any photos or videos you may like to feature on our show in future episodes. You can also feel free to add a little explanation so we have some more info to include, but my guest and I will be reacting to these photos that we select and just talking about, I don't know, can we relate or can we not relate, or is it a controversy? Just pick something interesting that happened to you that my guest and I can react to, debate on, or discuss. Do you have a moment of mind? Submit it to the email below, like I said, here on screen, smilewtop10@gmail.com, and you might see it on your screen next episode if you're a lucky viewer. So for example, I might take a picture and submit it to this email of me doing this show today, because I've been spending all day today just here in the studio writing out the scripts. Or I would take a picture of outside with all the ice and snow on the ground, because I've been trying not to fall and hit my head on the ground every night. But Sam, do you have an example of something you would want to send in?
Well, I'd probably send in something similar to the intro video I submitted for this, just work. Lots of work, drawings and stuff. I don't know, maybe a good soup that they'll have at the dining hall, because I really like the soup they had, and they didn't have the lobster bisque tonight, which sucked. But, stuff like that. Maybe, picture of me in the VR headset, because stuff like that is kind of fun.
Yeah, so you guys can get the gist, just little moments that really make us who we are. But it looks like we're almost out of time here, so I think we're going to wrap it up soon. Sam, thank you so much for coming on and giving us a better look at your life. I learned so much tonight. And thank you so much to our audience for stopping by to learn a little bit more about us tonight. I'll see you in a few weeks with a brand new guest and a brand new story. Good night, and remember, smile, because you're on camera.